Hello, daydreamers! I'm Sony, and I'm here with my husband at the Animal Kingdom. And very exciting day. We're starting off the morning going to see Caring for Giants. So we're gonna get to see elephants and learn a lot about them, hopefully. But it's raining. Typical Florida weather. So we have to check in at the Kilimanjaro Safari area. It's our first time ever doing any type of tour. Quite rainy and windy. And we didn't bring our ponchos, but luckily we do have our umbrellas. It's $39 plus tax per person, and you do get a discount if you are a pass holder. This is one of their affordable tours. We are waiting for our tour to begin, and on the tour they mentioned that we are not allowed to use our umbrellas, so they are providing us with ponchos, which is pretty awesome because we didn't bring our ponchos. And there's no guarantee that we'll see elephants. I mean, hoping that we do. Really hoping, but they say, they have a really big area and they could be anywhere.
We shall see.
So it's up to them. And we are not allowed to have cameras in the back room. However, they will let us know when we are able to use our cameras. So when we are able to, I will show you whatever we are seeing. Here we are, we're waiting right outside of Kilimanjaro Safari, which is currently at a 40-minute wait, and it's 10 a.m. We got some nice lanyards. Here's a look at the elephants at the Animal Kingdom. We have the oldest that was born in 1982 and the youngest born in 2023. There they are. Oh, so beautiful. Beautiful.
What that means is that Vasha is, we have like two different matriarchs here. We have Vasha and we have Donna. But when she did pass away, she left a power vacuum. She didn't really have a next matriarch.
The tour guide is full of information. He knows everything about each of the 9 elephants here. He'll also mention all of their favorite foods, how you can tell them apart, what their personalities are, and so much more.
When that did happen, when we did lose our matriarch, she was only 10 years old. Not particularly. It's an interesting question. More so the fact that intelligence, it's always one of those weird ones where it's like...
They are fed 300 pounds of food per day per elephant.
So it's one of those things where it's like, that one's such a weird question because if you dump me in Africa, I'm not going to survive. They might. Well, they may. You know what I mean? Live in Africa. They are specifically designed
because elephants eat so much in a day, that means a lot of poop. They also can recycle the poop. They collect it and turn it into paper products, which we actually received as a souvenir at the end of this tour.
So very important, but they all kind of congregate in those buys, and they will remember each other. From the last time that they were there, remember friends, like elephants that they kind of like playing around with when they were younger, they'll recognize them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, other matriarchs will recognize other matriarchs, males will recognize other males. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, little one alone. Okay.
We have 9 total here at Animal Kingdom, 2 males, 7 females. One of our males is actually a boy. So we'll factor in their produce that we give them for training. So we do train them. Their produce is going to be like their treats. So they'll get leafy greens, they'll get sweet potatoes, Honeycrisp apples, carrots, all that kind of stuff. Every individual elephant has their own favorite food item, though, just like how we have our own favorite foods. So do they. So do all the animals, really. They all have their own favorite stuff. Easy. He likes it easier. Average lifespan is about 50s to 60s. Really depends on their teeth, though. So one of the trainings that we do with our elephants is a lot of dental care, a lot of dental training. So one of the behaviors that we can ask of them is called a salute. That salute puts their trunk on their head. It forces their mouth open, so we can actually get a good idea of how their teeth are doing. And I
Their
do have an example
lifespan
of
depends
it,
on
so
their
we'll
dental
show.
health, so ensuring good dental
All
hygiene
the
is imperative
stuff.
here at Disney's Animal
There we
Kingdom.
go. All right. This is an elephant tooth. So it's like a bunch of molars like fused together, basically. But they're called marching molars. They start in the back of their mouth and they march forward. By the time it reaches the front of their mouth, these ridges are gone. This is what they're going to be using to grind their food. If you look at our elephants right here, they've been doing nothing but eating the entire time. They're going to be eating throughout their entire day, hence why they eat so much. Again, about that 300 pounds of food. So we really want to take care of their teeth. So we can brush them. You know, we voluntarily ask for that open mouth behavior, that salute, and then we can use like a big giant brush, like you might use a car wash or like those toothbrushes. We'll use that too. Use a very basic kind of toothpaste, like baking soda, basically. Very, very basic. And then we can clean their teeth. We can hose out their mouths too to get that extra hay out of there. If you want to get a closer look at it, you can hold on to it. You're more than welcome to. The brown line's the gum line. These are the ridges. These are the roots.
Is this a natural?
Coconuts, blocks of wood, ice blocks to get that tooth out because they have another tooth coming on in because they always are going through their teeth. A set will consist of 2 on top, 2 on bottom, so 4 teeth total. And they only have 6 sets. That's why we do a lot of that dangerous when they
You know, like sometimes with horses, dens, and
So
that,
that's
like,
how
very
it's not like
dangerous.
we just do it. We just put them in there and say, all right, good luck, have fun. We will, I say that we romance it a little bit. We do that very carefully. So how we started out with them, Luna and Jabali, I think honestly we've gotten past that point where we don't need to do that anymore. They may go like months without seeing each other, but they know each other, so like they're fine. But what they'll do is in the barn, so like those different stalls, we'll put those two in the barn. First, how we just introduce them to each other. We'll put them in the barn. That way they can like hear each other and smell each other, but they can't maybe name. Here
The tour is
we go.
located on the
Well,
opposite side of where the
here
safari ride is. We can see each
could
vehicle
know,
that
but
passes by.
Sometimes there are instances where we'll kind of maximize our odds. It's a lot easier to move their samples than it is the entire elephant.
Go ahead.
It is not common at all for them to have twins, but I'm not going to say that it's never happened. It has happened before out in Kenya back in 2022. There were twin elephants born, and they survived. It's very rare that twins actually survive because it's a lot of energy that the mother has to divert to just one path. To 2, that's a lot of energy. So their body will kind of like pick and choose at that point. Who gets more nutrients than the other. In zoos, it has happened only once. It happened the same year in 2022, which is crazy that it happened twice. You know, if I had a nickel for every single time it happened, you know, weird that it happened twice in the same year. But it actually happened up in Syracuse at the Rock.
I started following the Syracuse Zoo because they have the twin elephants there. They were born right there at the zoo, and it's very rare for twin elephants to be born and survive. And their birthday is actually coming up. They're turning 3 years old, October 26th. The tour lasts about an hour and gives you such a deeper appreciation for animals. If you're an animal lover, and especially if you have a love for elephants, this is worth it, for you'll gain so much insight and in-depth details about the elephants here, and elephants in general.
We hope to bring the sky alive with colorful moonfalls, just as soon as possible.
If you enjoyed the elephants today, please hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next videos of our Disney trips or local dining. And I hope you have a lovely day. Better yet, have a Sony day. Our tour guide was nice enough to provide us with some ponchos. So now we doubled up. Ponchos and umbrellas.